All right, welcome back. So our corn's growing, and we got some grass work in the future today. We have all of our fields. Well, I say all. Two of our fields up here, our little meadow here, ready to be mowed, and hop over the fence, come through here. See our corn's looking pretty good. And this field here is ready to be mowed. So the only thing that we have other than that to do, excuse me, is we actually did call and we leased this field up here. Howdy, sir. I called the neighbor and we actually leased this. So we're going to be cutting this field as well. We have the lease on it. I don't think I'm going to lease it for long. It's just going to be one cutting. I'm going to lease it, and then that's going to be it. We're going to make the hay off of it. I'm not going to pay. It's she wanted a little over $1,000 a day, so we paid, I think, around $50,000 to make the hay off of it, and then we paid, I think, $1,500 a day after that. So I'm only going to lease it long enough for us to make the hay off of it and call it good. So we're going to start up here actually, because it's a bigger field, and yeah, we're gonna get some hay going and get it all baled up and see how things go. Let's start it up here. Yeah, so that's the plan, is to just make a bunch of grass today and see what else is going on. I don't think there's a whole lot really to do right now. We're just kind of waiting. I think next month in July we should be able to harvest our oat field, and that should be good. We might get to that in this episode. I guess it depends on how long it takes us to do all of this, but I don't know how long it's actually going to take to get everything accomplished here. But you know, we're getting our loan paid off, and actually I'm thinking about selling all the hay that we make. We're definitely going to sell everything off of this field, kind of no matter what the price is, just because this field is costing us to lease, so we might as well try to make the money back off of it. So we're definitely going to sell all the bales we get out of this field, and hopefully it doesn't cost us money to do this. But the neighbor that I talked to said that she had made enough hay last year. They had a good year that she didn't need any hay for her horses, and she didn't really have the time to be messing with it. So she said if we needed it or we could get it cut for her, that it worked out great for her. But we just had to. She obviously wasn't going to give it all away, so she named a price and just went ahead and went with it. Not sure if it was a mistake or not, but we'll find out. So I'm going to knock this field out. We'll probably just do all the mowing right off the bat, mow this and then our two fields, and see where we're at afterwards. But probably going to hit 2 or 3 headlands here before we do our long stretches, but we should get quite a few bales off of this, I would think. And it's been growing for a while. It's pretty tall. I actually didn't check to see if there was any kind of fertilizer in the field or not, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to cut it anyway. It's actually probably taller than what our grass is. If it's not, it's close, but we know ours is fertilized well, fertilized completely, and limed and all that. So we're gonna get max yield out of our crops. But this we're not 100% sure, exactly how much we're gonna get out of it. So we got a lot of grass mowing to do, and quite a bit of baling to do as well. So gonna have to, pretty busy episode. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you like the time lapses. It's kind of hard for me to sit here, play. Each one of these 20-30 minute videos is roughly an hour to an hour and a half's worth of gameplay recording. So you kind of have to let me know if you like the time lapse and making some of the more monotonous tasks go by. I find it hard for me to sit here and talk to myself for long periods of time. And try to think of stuff to say without just rambling and sounding like an idiot. So yeah, you have to let me know if you prefer it that way, or if you prefer me to do more stuff off screen, or just give me some pointers, some tips, and let me know what you guys like to watch, and I'll try to accommodate as best I can. And trying to get one episode out a week every Monday, and if I get a little bit ahead, you might see up to 2 a week, but I'm not going to promise that there's going to be 2 a week every week, because I just don't know if that's a commitment I'm going to make just yet. Now, when the next iteration of the game comes out, we'll definitely be trying to pump some more videos and get as much out there as we possibly can. So yeah, but with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this third headland, and I will hit you guys with a time lapse, and I'll see you when I'm done. All right, so we are done mowing, and of course it's calling for rain tonight, so we're in a hurry now. It was not calling for rain until about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through the first field. So we are we're now on a time crunch. So we're gonna hook the baler up and try to get all of our stuff baled quickly. If the lease stuff gets rained on, not the end of the world. Looks like the baler's about half full of looks like the baler's about half full of straw, 3/4 full of straw actually. That's not bad. There it is. Hoping that's automatic drop. And actually, I need to look. So I want to Alright, let the bale counter reset. So let's try to get as much of this done as possible before it rains, and hopefully doesn't end up too bad. The automatic drop turned on now, so should be pretty good. I would love to get a square baler so we could just kind of roll, you know, not have to worry about stopping, kicking bales out all the time. And that would just save us a lot of time. This is going to be a bit of a time-consuming process. We've already kicked, well, I guess 2 bales technically. One was already 3/4 made. I reset the bale counter after we spit that one out. So. These fields are well taken care of now, so we're going to get a whole lot more off of them than we have in the beginning of this. So. I'm going to go ahead and try to knock out as much of this as I can prior to the rain, and see how many bales we get off of our fields, and reset the bale counter again before we go to our leased field from the neighbor. And I'll bring you guys back in when I'm done. Alright, well that took a while, but we are pretty much wrapping up here. We have this whole field picked up. We actually made 101 bales off of all 3 fields, R2 and this one. We made, I think that's 66, so 69 bales off of this field, and the rest were off of ours. But we're gonna haul. This is the last load we're gonna sell. We've already sold 2. We sold everything out of this field. Everything from our fields is in the barn, but we're gonna go ahead and sell these. So we're gonna sell a total of 66 bales, and I believe we are at around 18,400 profit, I think. We're getting a little over 9,000 per load, I think. I think we're right around there. 19,000 is what we've made selling these bales. So, well, I just took out a sign. You guys didn't see that, but all right, get these unloaded. If I can remember what the button is, there it is. So yeah, I'm gonna say we made about 27,000 on that field, would be my guess. And I don't think it paid for what it cost us to rent it. I don't remember exactly what the lease was, but definitely did not profit off of that. But I need to run this back into the farm, park it up, and we need to get those last 3 bales. I think I can carry them all in on the skid loader. Park this here for now, because I gotta get that trailer back up in the shed, and we gotta run out here and grab the skid loader, and hopefully be okay as far as carrying them in. I'd hate to have to run the trailer back out here just to load 3 bales, but I guess we'll find out here. And the skid loader's fairly heavy. We'll just go easy. We should be alright. I'm hoping, anyway. Might be a little bouncy. A little bit of weight on the front there. Excuse me, sir. But yeah, I don't think that's bad. 101 bales off of 3 fields. We'll be cutting our barley tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next month. We'll be cutting barley, and that should be a fairly decent profit. So. I got the baler put away and the mower put away. I didn't wash anything up. Actually wasn't too bad. Lift this up. Those in there. Can drop these forks back off, or these spears, that is. Let's see, what do we got in here? We got 112 bales, 58 hay bales and 54 straw bales. We're probably gonna make some more straw bales as far as when we cut that wheat goes. So we're in pretty good shape on bales. I'm going to talk to Miss White tonight about how she wants to do animals and figure out what's going on, because I think we're in a pretty good shape at this point to be able to make that reasonable. Starting with a if we starting with some beef cows or maybe even if she wants to get a couple pigs. I'm not really sure. But we'll see. Get these pallets cleaned up here, and man, it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I think we're pretty close to being able to call it a night. I don't think we have too much going on. How many of these do we have now? We're starting to fill up. I forget how many I said we were going to wait till we had. I would say 2 more. We could probably sell them. At least for now. But yeah. I don't know what kind of profit that's going to bring. But every little bit helps at this point. Put this in here. But yeah, I think we could talk to her. I don't know much about pigs, but pigs might be something that we could do. You know, feed them and raise them and sell them. But this here's going to be ready tomorrow. I'm going to, maybe I'll go over the combine this afternoon while I got a little bit of time, since it is only 3 o'clock. But I got to try to get this backed back up in the shed. And figure out. I hate backing up a wagon. And I didn't pull up the way I should have, so it doesn't help. It's always so backwards. Like, you get so used to backing a trailer up one way, like your entire life. And then you get a wagon, and it's just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm glad you guys are here to see this, because this is one of the better ones I've done in a long time. As I say that, I'm messing it up, but back that to about there. It's out of the way, and we're good. We can close this gate up, get the door shut, and let's see. I need to call and end the lease tonight as well. I don't want to pay any more money on that field, because that is definitely not worth it for what we got off of it. Now, if we'd have made silage bales out of it or made silage off of it, it might have been worth it, but let's get the combine out. And let's take it over and wash it first off. Get it cleaned up here. And just see, kind of see what we got. I think she said that it was went over before it was used the last time, so it shouldn't be anything wrong, but it's been sitting for a little bit. Didn't get used fall harvest last year for the soybeans, so cleans up pretty nice. It's old, but yeah, it's in pretty good shape. Let's go back over here and a look. I don't know if this is gonna pop up where it's at. Yeah, so about $150 to alright, $150 to repair. Not too bad. Let's see if we can get it back in here. All right. I'm gonna call it an evening. I'm gonna go call the neighbor, cancel our lease, and I'm just gonna do something else, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, I'll talk to Miss White about animals and get things figured out, and I will see you guys in July. All right, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, July 1. We got the combine and everything set up. Pretty much ready to go. We're just gonna hop in and get rolling here. So I think I'm just gonna hit a couple headlands the whole way around and see how things go here to start. But not sure. I don't think our yields are going to be great because the field pH level is pretty rough, but we are where we need to be on nitrogen, so that's going to help us out. So I'm expecting an okay yield, but nothing crazy. I'm just going to hit a little bit here and there around the outside. I'll throw you guys into a time lapse probably for the rest of it. It's not a terribly big field, but it's it'll take a little bit of time. Hoping that we at least get a couple truckloads off of this, make it worth selling when the prices are good. But I did talk to Mrs. White last night, and she wants to get a couple pigs and maybe a beef cow or two. So I gotta call the animal dealer and get prices and see if they'll deliver it, since we don't have a cattle trailer or any real good way to haul the animals. So I need to call them and figure out what prices are going to be and decide how many and what we're going to actually get, and make sure that we're in good shape for actually being able to take care of them. I know we're going to have to buy pig food, which is one thing that concerns me, because I'm sure that's not cheap. And I think to make pig food, we need to plant some root crops, which is equipment that we don't have. We don't have the equipment to do root crops, so kind of don't want to really tear into that. So maybe not quite as many pigs. We get an extra cow or two, or an extra steer, I guess I should say. Get some beef steers and figure out what the plan is. But that is coming in the future. She's definitely interested. We got a little bit of loan left to pay off, but I'm hoping with what we make this year that the loan will get paid off this year, and then we'll be able to restock. I guess the first thing we're going to do is restock like our seed bin and our fuel bin. And I actually found out that we do have a liquid fertilizer bin, so I wouldn't have had to buy liquid fertilizer before, but we had one that's got some stuff in it, so that's good to know now. Would have been nice to know when we were struggling for money, but I guess that's on me for not paying attention. But It's not too bad. We're at about 80%. We're not quite done our first headland, so I'm gonna say yield-wise, we're doing pretty decent. See how we end up total, but we're gonna make it back to the truck. And yeah, so I'm gonna knock out this field for you guys on a time lapse, and hopefully this episode doesn't run too long. Kind of been recording it over a while, and I don't know how much footage I actually have, so I don't know exactly how long this episode is going to be, but hopefully it's not too crazy. And let's see, can we get this nice little bit here before? Up, get this unloaded. This combine unloads fairly quickly for as old as it is, but yeah, we'll hit one more headlands and see how that goes. But I don't know how much this truck holds. I don't know if it's one. I'm sure it's at least 2 combines. It should hold, I would think. But if we got one full combine pretty much off of a headland pass, I would think that probably be in good shape with this field. So and this I don't know what I think December is when we'll sell barley. Still some more stuff I gotta look into as far as how we want to go about things, especially with pigs and pig food, so we'll have to get her figured out. But alright, we'll throw you guys into a time lapse, and I'll see you when we're done. Alright, so that's pretty much going to wrap up our barley harvest. Let's see, we ended up with one full truck, and we're going to have close to a second one here. Well, a little over half, I guess. Which isn't too bad out of this little field. I think our yield definitely could have been better, but we averaged on the upper side of average, I would say, through that whole field. Maybe not the best, but better than it could have been. But I might as well just go ahead and back this in. I guess I shouldn't have backed the baler back in at the back of the shed again, seeing as how I got to get it out to get the straw. But turn that off. Hop in here. Yeah, over half in this one. We'll go up here and dump this in here, and then I'll have a better idea of exactly, or I'll know exactly how much we got. Shoot. There, I'm gonna let that dump and look at this. I need to fertilize this again, I believe. Yeah. 34,539 liters of... Could have did that a little smarter, but pull this in here. Fuck that up. Put the tarp on. But yeah. I'm gonna call it there. In the next episode, we'll figure out. We'll get the straw picked up. We'll get our grass fields fertilized. We'll figure out what we're gonna plant in here, and we might have to lease that lime spreader again and hit this with lime. Might even just do the grass fields while we got it. But all right, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you liked it, drop a like on the video. Feel free to subscribe and leave a comment if you'd like. And I hope you all have a great day. See you next time.